Hey everyone, it's 604 Comics. I've got my books for June 11th. I picked up 12 books today at the comic book store, so let's start off with the DC titles first. We have Batman Eternal issue number 10. The series started off really strong for me. I really enjoyed the first few issues, but now it's kind of like in the middle of the pack status for me. So I'm going to continue with this, but I am going to have to decide whether I want to continue going with this as a weekly ongoing book. I just wish there was a little bit more Stephanie Brown in this, so hopefully future issues will feature her a little bit more. Next, we have World's Finest, issue number 24. This, I believe, is the issue where Power Girl and Huntress get back to Earth 2, or at the end of 23. That is what the reader is led to believe, because I believe they found the secret as to how to get back there. I understand that this version of this series with Power Girl and Huntress is going to be ending with issue number 26, and then DC is doing their September special month, and then after that it's going to showcase Batman and Superman from Earth 2 before they died. So I think I'm going to stick around until 26 rolls, and I will probably drop the series after that. I've been looking for a good time to hop off, so 26 looks like a good time as any. Next up, we have some Bombshell covers from DC, starting off with Batgirl issue number 32. I had contemplated picking up the regular cover as well by Alex Garner, but I felt that in the end I could probably just do with this one and I could live without that one. But there you go. Greetings from Gotham City. Looks like it's going to be a start of a new story arc, The Razors Under the Floorboard. Last issue, 31, with Ragdoll. I really enjoyed the character of Ragdoll, especially when Gail Simone was writing that character back in Secret 6. So I was happy to read him in the last issue. A little bit disappointed it was only a one-shot storyline, but Batgirl by Gail Simone, probably going to enjoy that. Next is a series I don't pick up on a regular basis or ever. This is actually the first issue of this series that I'm picking up, but I'm picking it up because it is the Bombshell cover that has Supergirl and Wonder Woman. This is Superman, Wonder Woman issue number 9. Like I said, I'm not picking it up, but I was thinking about picking this one up in the trade format. Charles Soule writes this, so I'm going to use this as a experiment and see if I like the series. I picked up Action Comics last week. I made a mistake last week and I said that Jeff Johns and John Romita Jr. was going to be taking over, but that's actually Superman. But anyways, I picked up Action Comics and that was part 1 of Superman Doomed, and this is part 2. So I am kind of glad because I can actually continue the story from last week. So I'm going to see what it's all about, and I think hopefully it's good enough that I'll pick it up in trade. Superman, Wonder Woman issue number 9. And the last DC book I picked up and the last Bombshell cover I picked up this week was Detective Comics issue number 32 with Poison Ivy. Really, really like that pin-up version of Poison Ivy there. It's probably my favorite cover of the week, February 14th. I've been enjoying the Francis Manapul and Brian Buccellato run so far on Detective Comics with their first storyline, Icarus. I believe this is part 3, so looking forward to continuing the story. Next up, we have some Marvel books, starting off with All New Ultimates, issue number 3. Not sure who that is on the cover. The first 2 issues have been all right. I picked up the first 2 issues to see if I wanted to check out a Ultimates team book. I prefer if there was a little bit more Kitty Pryde in the series, and I would have preferred if Spider-Woman stayed Spider-Woman and didn't change to Black Widow, but I will continue on with the first story arc and see how that ends up, and then I'll make a decision as to whether I will continue with this series. Next is She-Hulk issue number 5 by Charles Soule. This month we have art by Ron Wemberly, I believe. we don't have Javier Pulido, and I thought it was going to be a good thing, but I was flipping through the book, and Ron Wemberly's art also is going to take a little bit of getting used to. I believe this is Tigra. So if you can see that, you can see that his style is kind of, it looks like it's kind of rough, it's kind of jagged, and I'm not quite sure. Actually, I don't like the style too much. Here's another example of Ron Wemberly's art. So really, it's like pick your poison whether you want to have a She-Hulk book drawn by Ron Wemberly or drawn by Javier Pulido. I understand that this is just a temporary fill-in artist, and Javier Pulido is coming back on She-Hulk issue number 7 or 8, I believe. But I don't know. I'm still on board because the rating's really good, and I like the character of Jennifer Walters / She-Hulk, but this art is really killing me on the series. Next, for Marvel, we have All New X-Men issue number 28. We have the Evil Brotherhood, or the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants from the future. They're getting involved in the storyline. So looks like future evil Charles Xavier is playing some mind games with them. Really enjoyed the series still. It's been one of my favorite series. And still at issue 28, I am loving it a lot. Brian Michael Bendis, Stuart Immonen. This is something you should be checking out. All New X-Men. And next we have Captain Marvel issue number 4. I really like that cover there. I love the way that Captain Marvel is drawn there in her I guess space outfit costume with the helmet on. Who's doing the art in this? We have David Lopez doing the art on this. So enjoying the art and enjoying the story by Kelly Sue DeConnick. I can't remember what happened in the last issue, so I'll have to reread that, but it's Captain Marvel, so you know I'm going to be picking it up every month. I believe they might be going to future or another planet. But anyways, we have some indie books, starting off with Shudder from Image. This is issue number 3. It's been okay so far. Again, it's going to be another series where I check out the first story arc and see how it turns out. Lila Duca's art is really good in this, but I'm not sure if the story is enough for me to stick around, but we will see after issue 5. I believe it's probably a 5-part opening story arc. But Shudder. Next up is a series that was supposed to be a 8-issue miniseries, but it has been upgraded to an ongoing, and this is the darling hit Lumberjanes, issue number 3. I like Lumberjanes quite a bit. It is a little bit more childish for my tasting than I would prefer, but like I said, I'm still digging it, and I'm really glad that this series has become the hit that it is, because it is, I think, something that the comic industry really needs, especially if they're trying to bring in younger readers, younger female readers, and I think this is a step in the right direction. So if you guys are out there and you've got some kids, this is definitely a book that you might want to check out and introduce them to. Lumberjanes by Noelle Stevenson. I'm going to give a shout out to all the creators. Written by Noelle Stevenson and Grace Ellis. Illustrated by Brooke Allen. Colors by Marta Liho. Letters by Aubrey Ice. And I believe this is quite possibly the first comic with a all-female creative team. So go girls. And finally, from Dynamite, we have a new #1, a new series called The Blood Queen. I believe this story is based on the historic myth of the Blood Queen. I wish I could remember her name. But anyways, it's medieval times, and you can kind of tell from the cover and the way the Blood Queen is drawn there by one of my favorite cover artists, Ali Garza. So I'm going to give this a shot. I don't have pretty high hopes for this, but it's got a really nice cover. I like it, and I really enjoyed Vampirella last week, actually. So hopefully this is another issue from Dynamite of the series that is going to be better than I am expecting. So there we go. So there we go. Those are all the issues I picked up this week. Like I said, 12 books, so I got quite a bit of reading to do. I posted my review for the YouTube comic book community review project for Batman Hush on Saturday. I reviewed issue number 613. All the reviews so far have been pretty awesome. I've been watching them all, so if you have a chance, check them all out. Everybody's got some really good comments and really good opinions, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it all wraps up. That's it for me, 604 Comics. I will catch you guys later, and hope you guys got some really good books, because I think it was a really good week this week. So I will talk to you guys later. Take care, and see ya.